Okay, so August 8th, 2024. Again, August 8th, 2024. I had another really horrific, bizarre dream. And in this dream, my child, my son, the older one, um, he was about anywhere between, to me, he looked like he was 8 or 9 years old in the dream, but he could easily have been anywhere from 8 to 12. And in the dream, we were visiting or staying at the home of an elderly couple. The woman was kind of heavy set, nothing extreme, but kind of heavy set, had like reddish blonde hair, not extremely heavy set, just a little bit. And she had reddish blonde hair, kind of grayish as well. And it was kind of short and curled. And the man, same typical American type, older man, little heavy set, nothing extreme, gray hair. And there was something wrong with my son. And I didn't know at all what it was. He was trying to act normal, but he was acting a little off, a little haunted, so to speak, just jittery. When I say haunted, that's what I mean, like traumatized. And he kept insinuating that something was wrong, something was wrong. And eventually he was insinuating that something was wrong in his pants, in the region in his pants. And it was completely vague. It was not clear at all. And I kept trying to get him to tell me what was wrong, and he just wouldn't. And every time I tried to have a serious conversation with him, and this is the key part of this, every time I tried to have a serious conversation with him to try to get him to tell me, he would shut down, or he would turn away from me, or he would look down, or he would just run off and like grab some items to play with or food or whatever. He would disengage, and one way or another, by shutting down or, you know, running across the room and pretending to engage with one of the two older individuals that was part of this dream, and we were in their home. And I kept trying to circle him back to, please tell me what's wrong. And he kept shutting down and like that. And then it was getting right at the time for him to leave. And in the dream, he was going to go and be with the abuser. That's what was going to happen. And he was getting more haunted looking and acting, and that hollow-eyed look that I know too well. Just, I know the look It's burned into my cerebellum, basically. And I kept trying to just circle him around to please tell me what happened, what's happening, what's wrong. Did something happen? Do I need to know about something? And before the state got involved, just put it that way, hopefully I'll be able to make the film soon that will explain it all. He would always tell me. But after that got involved, he was like this. He was like what I'm describing in this dream. I could see that serious and horrific things are happening. But getting him to circle around and tell me was just... And I never pressed like I did in this dream. In this dream, I really kept softly, gently, subtly trying to circle him around to where he would tell me. I didn't suggest anything. I didn't say, is it this? Is it that? Is the other thing? I didn't do anything like that. I didn't put any ideas or thoughts on the table as of what it could be. I was just trying to get him to start telling me in his own way, at his own pace, what it was. And anyway, he was just about to have to go, and then he told me. And what it was is that this long, thin, in the dream it looked like it would be made out of wood, stick, like what you see for skewering meat and vegetables, right? A skewering stick, a really long, thin wooden skewering stick, had been shoved into his privates, like right into them, not into an already existing opening in the dream. The shoving of the stick made the opening, and then it was pushed in. And in the dream, he ended up showing me and the older woman, I believe, as well. And the end of the stick was sticking out of this bloody, festering hole, where it had been punctured through. And I was shocked, horrified, not shocked, panicked. And then in the dream, he had to go back to the abuser. Before he went back to the abuser in the dream, I tried to get the older couple to help us, and they wouldn't. They wouldn't help us. So that was the dream. August 8th, 2024.